Well, the body of the 23-year-old Braveheart who died after a 13-day battle after being gang raped and brutalized on the 16th of December reached New Delhi this morning from Singapore. She was being treated at Mount Elizabeth Hospital briefly, in fact, before she passed away due to multiple organ failure. She will be cremated today. She breathed her last yesterday at 2:15 in the morning. On the chartered plane sent by the Indian government were her family members who've been in Singapore since the girl was taken there in an extremely critical condition. She underwent 3 surgeries, had damaged internal organs in the assault. She also suffered cardiac arrest. Police have now slapped murder charges, which has death penalty in the rarest of rare cases, against the 6 accused, and will file a charge sheet against them on the 3rd of January. On your screens are pictures of a nation in mourning, of people holding silent protests across the country to show their anger and their anguish. My colleague Alok Pandey now joins us for more on this. Alok, we saw the whole of yesterday, people coming out on the streets, lighting candles, doing whatever they could in a very, very peaceful manner. But today, even as this Braveheart's bodies reached the capital in that special flight from Singapore, what is really lined up for the day? We know that there's also been a call for a Bharat Bandh.
Well, we do, but we are not very sure whether that's going to materialize. And like you pointed out, the girl's body has been brought into Delhi, but because we in the media and everyone else will want to respect the family's privacy, that's why we are not really going into details of what's going to happen next in terms of the family. But I can tell you that there are many more protests that were lined up today, not only in Delhi but across the country, because I think the question that still needs to be asked is, what now? How do we take this forward? How do we use some kind of an opportunity that has resulted because of this tragic death, and look at solidifying our laws that deal with assault on women in India, and how we look to channelize this anger, as the panelist was telling us yesterday night on NDTV. How do we channelize this anger that all of us have to look forward and see how things can change in this country? And that's why even today, like I was saying, there are marches planned. We know that one march is planned in Delhi University. Now that's an area where there are many students, and we know that they are planning to march from the Vishwavidyalaya metro station into Delhi University. So that's likely to be a huge event. And of course, Jantar Mantar, where I will be a short while from now, even there we expect that thousands of people will come out like yesterday and participate in expressing solidarity with the family of the rape of the girl who died, and also to look at how things can change in this country. So those are the things that are lined up, and we are expecting many more people, because it's a Sunday, to come out and to protest peacefully, like we've been pointing out. Of course, the other aspect is that India Gate, that place where there was a lot of violence last week, still remains out of bounds. The police say that they are still not going to let anyone enter India Gate and its vicinity. Now, there is a huge debate, at least online, going on about whether that is the right way to go about it or not. We do know that Sheila Dikshit, the Delhi Chief Minister, yesterday wrote to the Home Minister and the Home Ministry officials and asked him to remove the restrictions around India Gate. That hasn't happened. But even then, the designated protest areas, like we've been saying, are Jantar Mantar and Ramleela Maidan. So we do expect many people to come out there. And also, like I said, there are many protest marches planned across this city and perhaps across the country.
Right, Alok, very quickly, we know it's a Sunday today, of course, and offices are shut. So in that sense, people who travel for work will not be really inconvenienced. But any idea as to when the metro stations are going to open up, when the entire India Gate and area around it is going to be opened up?
Well, at the moment, we really don't have any idea, because the police has been taking a call on a day-to-day basis, but we do expect that they will be opened up for tomorrow at least, because tomorrow is a working day. Today, of course, the police says they are still not sure of how the protests are going to pan out, and that is why they have imposed restrictions around India Gate. Like you pointed out, it's a non-working day, and that's why many office goers are not going to have a problem, but those perhaps wanting to go even to Jantar Mantar will have a problem, because that's also located in central Delhi, and the only way, I met a lot of people there at Jantar Mantar yesterday who said that they had to walk over 1 kilometer, 2 kilometers to get there, and that's they say is something that is terribly inconveniencing. But we at the moment, the Delhi police saying that they have no other option but to keep these areas closed down.